Hi. I just thought I would see how much attention this gets since people missed it yesterday. A lot of people were asking when I would go. Yeah, a lot of people were asking when I would do another one, and I wasn't doing anything tonight. It's it's 5 p.m. here. Hi, Blue Baron. Yeah, because I was thinking about what other times this week would work the best, and this just ended up being the better option. Just got back from a dentist appointment. And then I'm gonna be at a con here locally this weekend. So, and then I have other interviews before that. So, yeah, tonight just was the best option. So hopefully, some people that missed it again or missed it the first time will join. Not totally sure how long I'll go live this time, but depends on how it goes. I have some of my production art collection next to me. Made sure to have that on the ready this time. If you guys want to see any of that, or you can just talk about whatever, ask me whatever. If I watched Fox and Kids WB anime, yeah, yeah. I mean, I was into Digimon and stuff. I'll definitely show stuff off. We'll just wait and see how many other more people get here. Because I know there were a few people that commented that missed it yesterday. Yeah, yeah. I was gonna make a post about doing it today or edit my post. I just had stuff going on, spaced it out. How much does production art for anime usually go for? It all varies. Totally. Let's um like this is a sketch set that I have from Sailor Moon S of Haruka, Michiru, Chibiusa, Usagi, and Mamoru together from the Green Tea episode. It's like 11 pages or something. That's one of my favorites. It was drawn by Ikuko Ito, who was like the most iconic character designer for Sailor Moon. Um, no, yeah, if you take good care of them, they can still last a long time. And plus, I mostly focus on paper, like the sketches of it now, which those last way longer. I do have some cells, just I grew more towards the sketches instead of the cells because they're easier to take care of. Um, this is another one of my favorites. It's from the first episode of Kenshin when he, shortly after he meets Kaoru for the first time, and then she runs away, and then he catches his sword that she threw in the air back into his sheath, and then he looks all serious in her direction where she ran off to. It's like from the first 5 minutes of the first episode. Yeah, yeah, I have seen both Kenshin dubs. Obviously, the second one is a lot better. But some of the performances in the first one are like the casting choices are really interesting. But yeah, I have several sketch sets from Sailor Moon, uh, Hikaru no Go. I have some from Fruits Basket. I have several from Oron Host Club. Um, yeah, a variety of stuff. How long have I been collecting them? Um, the first one I got before I even knew what they were, I was still in middle school. I didn't get serious about the hobby until I was 17. I got a summer job just to get more serious about the hobby before I was a senior in high school. Yeah, some animation studios still draw every frame. They just don't they just don't put them out for people to buy anymore. How many do I own? Uh, I'm not totally sure. I think it's definitely more than 20, but it's under 40. And most of them are sketch sets, like I mentioned. In terms of actual cells, I just have three right now. And the centerpiece of my collection is a Kenshin from the second opening theme when he's walking through snow. The beginning. That was way too much money. Mm. I wasn't super surprised. It's nice though, since I know a lot of people were wanting to see the starlights and characters from Sailor Stars in a new movie. Will I consider voice acting? It was my dream job for a while, and I've done voice work for fan-made animation stuff before. I don't have professional equipment, obviously. Kind of like interviewing voice actors now more than that. Hi again, John. Was I interested in voice acting or interviewing? I'm guessing you mean first. Way back when I first thought about it, I was definitely more interested in voice acting. I didn't even consider all of what I do on my channel. I didn't even consider that being a possibility until 2 years ago. Future voice actors I'm hoping to interview. People that are still on my wish list that I haven't gotten yet. Brienne Siddall, Mike Sinner Nicholas, Mary Elizabeth McGlynn. Uh, those are some main ones that I haven't done yet. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of even for sillier shows, it seems as though more more dubs nowadays are a lot more nuanced and serious. Jason, I'm guessing you were asking if Kim Strauss is retired from voice acting. I have no idea. I tried emailing him not very long ago and I haven't heard anything. So yeah, Stephen Fu. I saw that last night. A lot of people were uh, thinking that Doma. A lot of people were thinking that Doma was either going to be Griffin Burns or Kaylee McKee. But Steven is amazing. He's like the next generation Johnny Young Bosch. And now he's taking over Billy Kometz as Naofumi in Shield Hero. Who do I think will dub Aki and Chainsaw Man? It's hard to say. There's a lot of people who I think would fit the archetypes of those characters. Because I've read all of Chainsaw Man. Do I fan cast? Yeah. Yeah, there's certain stuff there's certain things that I think about. Do I think Chainsaw Man will be Funimation? Or can well, anime isn't really dubbed in Canada anymore. So I'm guessing Chainsaw Man will probably be a Los Angeles-based dub. Yeah, I saw that about Naomi Judd. I liked a couple of the Judd songs, but I'm not a big country music person at all. Who knows though? I mean, I kind of expected that Spy X Family, however you say it. I thought that was going to be a LA based dub, and that's a Texas dub. Yeah, I'm friends with Patria on I'm friends with Patria on Facebook. I asked her once a while ago and she respectfully said no. Plus she's already done like tons of interviews anyway, and she didn't do that much anime work, so besides talking about her on camera, her live action roles, I don't think I could really talk about too much that she hasn't already talked about ad nauseum. So I understand. Yeah, Stephen Fu is playing Naofumi in season 2 of Shield Hero now because of Billy's situation. Hope I do more Funimation voice actors. Yeah, always trying. I've actually done a lot. They're just more modern gen Funimation voice actors that are like really really new. How do I prepare? Depends on the person. Sometimes I have to uh, dig for at least. Well, it's I like to dig for a good starting question that'll throw them off. Something that they don't really talk about very much. But I mean, if it's a brand new person who hasn't done that much voice acting or many interviews, then I just pull up their credit list and kind of go in order. I don't know who Scott Freeman is without looking it up. Yeah, and I know a lot of you guys were asking for Doug Erholtz before I got him, and I'm glad that I did because he was uh, one of my favorite voice actors or just guests in general that I've done so far. He's really funny and cool. Yeah, yeah. There's some New York people that I would really like to do uh, that I haven't done yet, like Ted, Ted Lewis, which My Hero Academia moment got me emotional. Uh, I don't know. I don't I didn't like my eyes haven't gotten wet at anything. Um, I guess Dobby slash Toya's backstory is pretty sad. If you guys are far enough ahead in the manga, know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Yeah, Ted just did a con with Megan Hollingshead pretty recently. Um, and Bill Timoney forwarded my email to him, but I never heard anything. So maybe it'll happen eventually. I didn't go to conventional school. After high school, the only education I pursued after that was voice acting, professional voice acting classes where I am in Minneapolis. Yeah, I haven't been to really any conventions. I'm going to one, like I mentioned, I'm going to one this weekend, and half of the voice actors that are going to be there I've already interviewed, so that'll be fun. Oh, sorry, Daniel. I mean, maybe I'll be going long enough that you'll still be able to join and watch, but yeah, definitely another time if you can't see any of it this time again. Yeah, yeah, I'll just have to start making posts with specific times. I mainly just hopped on tonight now because tonight's probably the easiest day for me this week since I'm not going to be around over the weekend, and then I have interviews almost every other day. So Connie Springer's birthday. I guess that's cool. I'm not a super big Attack on Titan fan. I like it. Yeah, you don't really. I don't think you really encounter that much anymore, though. That's more the case with older English voice actors that only did a couple of anime and then never did any more of it. Nowadays, it's like if someone gets into anime, then they don't leave unless they become union, and then they don't want to do any non-union stuff anymore, or if their opinion on anime work changes or what have you. Yeah, Glitter Force was one of the last anime that she did too. I think it was the last. Yeah, I've watched the new Hunter x Hunter. I like the 1999 series more. I know that's a controversial opinion, but yeah. I've also owned production artwork from the original Hunter x Hunter. I just don't own anything from it anymore. But I've had some really nice stuff from it, mainly of Kurapika. He's probably my favorite character. Yeah, I would definitely watch the original Hunter x Hunter. It's a lot grittier and has this more disturbing undertone to it than the modern version does. Yeah, I think seasonal anime is better. I can't really personally get into very many anime that are super long running. I'm sure all the Attack on Titan stuff will get dubbed that isn't dubbed yet. My opinion on Attack on Titan isn't very strong or anything. Do you guys have a favorite Sailor Moon scout or girl, like favorite girl from Sailor Moon? All of them. Yeah. It's it's funny. I used to really not like Ami slash Mercury, but I think I'm more like her now that I'm older than any other character. Mike McFarland, yeah. Answers that have surprised me the most. Uh, I don't know if there's a single one that took me off guard the most, but I mentioned it yesterday too. But the single wildest interview I've done probably that caught me off guard the most was overall, which is with Tabitha Saint Germain. I like both dubs of Sailor Moon. And not I like both of them not just from a nostalgic standpoint for the Deke dub. I just think some characters sound better in the original Deke dub than the Viz redub. But I've interviewed several people from both, so The over the topness of the Deke dub, yeah. It got more grounded and serious as the seasons progressed and cast members changed. In S and Super S. S is my favorite season. I think it's most people's favorite season. S and Stars. My opinion on Dragon Ball Z isn't very high either, or it's not super strong or anything, but definitely the original over Kai. I do think that Bang Zoom's dub of DBZ is interesting. It's cool to see who's part of that, even though it's just for a specific market. Yeah, there are some schools for voice acting. There might be an actual college. I don't know. I know that there are in Japan. Like there's voice acting colleges in Japan. I'm sure there are here too. I just don't. I haven't looked into it extensively. I don't know. I think both versions of FMA are good. Yeah, I know that there's a unreleased Kai dub for Ocean. I'm surprised that they even bothered to still do one up there. But yeah, I mean it's probably easy to figure out. Jason, I think you know the answer to that. Sorry, I got a phone call. How am I so handsome? I don't know. Thank you though. That's really flattering. I'm more confident now than I was when I was younger for sure. Yeah, I wish they would make more Oron. I think if it was going to happen, it would have already happened again by now. What music do I listen to? Primarily older stuff, 70s through 90s. Sorry, you guys. I had a phone call. That's why it stopped for like 30 seconds. 20th anniversary of the Yu Yu Hakusho's dub. Yeah, that's a really good dub. Yeah, simuldub. Well, simuldubs have been going on for a pretty long time now, even before COVID. But yeah, they would definitely have it perfected at this point. I don't know. What do you mean by worst? I don't know what context. I kind of do want to get my like centerpiece, my Kenshin cell, but I don't want to get out of the. I do, but I don't. To get it out and show you guys. Oh yeah, the new Shaman King. Worst performance in anime. Uh, hmm. Both dubs of Ava are good, in my opinion. Gintama Hulu dub. I don't know. I'm not sure. Is the Gintama dub on Hulu the one from Canada or the one from down here? Garzy's Wing. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of those Central Park Media dubs are not very good. Oh, I had no idea that there was a dub of Gintama that was done in Miami. I think that's the Animax. I think that's who does the Miami, like with the Florida dubs. I think. But yeah, those aren't very good usually either. Three different yeah. I think the best and primary Gintama dub obviously is in Canada. I've never been to Duluth. Are you also in Minnesota? Code 66? I don't meet very many people that sub to me that are from around here. I'm about 25 minutes outside of the Twin Cities area. Is there a voice actor I'd want to meet in person that I haven't interviewed, or just in general? Because I would still really want to meet Eric Vale, even though I've interviewed him twice now. I'd like to meet Yuri and Tara. Uh, Bridget Hoffman, but she doesn't do cons. Eric, yeah. Eric's more versatile than people realize. I don't think a lot of people are familiar with his older roles either. Oh, good, Jason. I'm glad that you do. Yeah, I brought that up with Allegra in our interview because she also voices two characters in Fate Apocrypha. Yeah, I've never gotten a response from Amelie. I'm not sure if she just doesn't do interviews or. No, I mean, because Sea Dog VA was already a professional voice actor, and Yang, I don't really know much about Yang Yi, but he was good in JoJo. Yeah, lots of people have been asking for Lisa Ortiz, and I just haven't had success with getting in contact with her yet. I don't know who Whitney Rogers is off the top of my head. But yeah, Lisa liked my interview with Jamie McGonigal when he shared it on his Facebook. She was one of the people who liked it, but strangely, yeah, she's never gotten back to me yet. Yeah, I interviewed when I interviewed Ben Diskin, um, he announced that he was Agumon later in that week, and he hinted at it in the interview. Am I surprised I haven't heard back from Sean Schemmel? No. He doesn't have a direct contact anyway. Uh, and I mean, he's done independent interviews, but just not very many. And I'm sure that he gets bombarded with them through his publicists and whatever. One thing that's helped me out relatively recently is DMing people on Cameo. I only do it though if it's cheap. If they charge a stupid amount of money to DM them on Cameo, then I don't bother with that. But Cameo is nice because then you can like usually like 95% of the time the person always looks at it and then you can see when they look at it. But yeah, people who charge, like $20 or almost $20 to just send them a message that they might not even respond to is ridiculous. Yeah, thanks, Blue Baron. That's my goal with especially larger voice actors is just, focus on stuff they don't talk about in every panel or every single interview. Yeah, because the interview I was supposed to do last night got rescheduled to Thursday night. And then I probably have one on Friday early in the day, and then I have two on Wednesday. Don't have any tomorrow. Have I watched the Gundam franchise? The only Gundam series I've watched a substantial amount of is Gundam Wing. That's the only one that I care that much about. Yes, I have tried Lizzie Freeman. Never heard anything. Well, I'm just not really into anything to do with mecha in general. So it's not just Gundam, it's anything, any anime or manga or whatever involving mechs. But Gundam Wing has a nice cast and nice character design. Gurren Lagann is different. Yeah. I like that. What's CSM? Oh, Chainsaw Man. Um, well, I mean, I've read all of Chainsaw Man. I haven't read all of JJK. Will there be new gen voice actors in the Bleach Thousand? Yeah, I would assume so, considering all of the, yeah, I mean, all of the Quincy's are probably going to be new people. Yuri Lowenthal can speak Japanese, yeah. That's how Doug tells the story in our interview, but that's because Doug Erholtz and Yuri were both up for the role of Sasuke, and Doug was really close, and then Yuri got it because he spoke Japanese to the producers of Naruto. I've watched a little bit of Detective Conan. I think there's little too much of it, like too many movies and too many episodes. Is Laura Bailey and Tara Platt done? Tara's not done. I'm assuming you mean with anime, but I think Laura is probably done. Yeah, but no, Tara Platt still works in anime and anime games. Really close to having 1,200 subs, which is nice. I don't really know if it's possible to interview, say you. Okay, Blue Baron. Other hobbies? Yeah, I have a bunch of. Most of my music is on records. Um, I have a lot of VHS tapes. Um, I sing. I have a lot of older horror novels. Fushigi Yugi didn't air anywhere on TV here. I watched it because I rented it from Blockbuster's DVD mail system before Netflix was a thing. Yeah, Alexis Tipton took over Laura's roles from Fire Emblem. So she's a pretty good voice match. Wish I could show people who specifically all is in here, but it doesn't. No, Erica does do interviews, just not very many. But I'm sure that she won't be doing anything for a while because of Billy Kometz. If I were her, I wouldn't either. I'd be too torn up. Yeah, yeah. Brent Mukai is a funny. He's a funny guy. He does these anime improv live streams with other anime voice actors. Those are fun to watch. Yeah, I've played some Sonic games, just not in years. Played a lot when I was a kid. But yeah, I know I don't get why people specifically for the Sonic franchise get so hung up about the English voice actors. But I'm happy that Colleen O'Shaughnessy is finally getting recognition from in terms of like Hollywood's eyes, how they view voice actors. hopefully that'll start moving in the right direction. Do you mean favorite anime studio? Do you mean production studio that produces anime? I'm guessing that's what you mean. Because I'm kind of more biased for older studios. But if you meant in terms of dubbing studios, um, probably Bang Zoom. If I could pick a single favorite. Janice Jode, I've talked to her recently. Yeah, she mostly does singing now. And Willow Johnson, I think the only voice acting she does right now is just coming back as Kikyo in Yashahime. No, I don't. Oh, so you did mean production studio. Um, hmm. Well, I like Ufotable a lot. They do the demons. They do Demon Slayer and the Fate franchise. Um, just because of my Rurouni Kenshin bias, I like Studio Dean and Toei for Sailor Moon. Studio Puro. They did Fushigi Yugi and Naruto and Bleach and Hikaru no Go, Tokyo Ghoul. I think they also do One Piece. JC staff. I've tried Matt Shipman several times. Yeah, I've seen a good amount of old ADV dubs. The Slayers OVAs, uh, Princess Tutu pre-tier, uh, Phantom, Sorcerer Hunters, Megazone 23. There's a ton of old ADV dubs. My single favorite anime is Rurouni Kenshin and Nightwalker. Those kind of share the number one spot. Least favorite um, that I've seen. That's hard to pick a. I don't. I mean, I don't like. I don't know. I've done some voiceover stuff already. Just fan animation stuff. Hey, Cold Hazard. I was hoping to see your name in here, so I'm glad that you popped in. No, most of the time I just contact people through direct email. But yeah, I have contacted through social media and through agents as well, but most of the time they have a direct email address. Am I amazed that redubs happen? Not really. Especially nowadays, depending on what it is. I also think it's a good redubs are a good way to potentially bring a new fan base in for a show that's older. So I think it's actually a good thing in most cases. I don't like Sailor Moon Crystal animation wise. Sailor Moon Eternal and like the new Sailor Moon movies, those look good. But Sailor Moon Crystal I don't like at all. Redub Yu-Gi-Oh! I think that the original Yu-Gi-Oh should get dubbed because that's really dark. They should do that instead of redubbing the series that everybody grew up with. Season 0. Yeah. Cold Hazard, if you're still in here, were you asking that because you want to try it and do this too? Oh, okay. I was just wondering. I don't think Sailor Moon needs to be rebooted. I mean, I don't think they would reboot it again. This is another production sketch set I have. It's from the final episode of Sailor Moon Super S. Oh, you don't really have any other questions now that you're here? That's fine. Did you did you originally find me from the Fire Emblem subreddit? Do I have a favorite comic? Do you mean manga? Because yeah, there's several series that I currently actively read. Oh, if you meant like American comics, I don't read American comics. Did I watch Orange? I know what it is. Oh, okay. I just thought maybe it was through the Fire Emblem subreddit because of your comments on my videos so far. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I prefer anime games over normal games. I don't play games anymore, but there's several new games or non-anime games that I liked growing up, like Midnight Club and Destroy All Humans and SSX, Tony Hawk, shit like that. Trina Nishimura. I'm friends with her on Facebook. She never saw my message, though, about an interview. She never looked at it. I didn't play Symphonia. I've only played Abyss. But I know all the characters from like all the main Tales games. And I've watched playthroughs and I've seen, story stuff. I didn't watch all of either of those, but yeah, I've seen some of it. Some of both. There's another production sketch set I have of Makoto from Sailor Moon Super S. Sorry, I would get more of those out, but they're all in Mylar sleeves, and they're kind of annoying to put back in. Megan Shipman, yeah, didn't hear anything. Yes, I like Super S more than I think a lot of people probably do. It's not all good, obviously, but um, Ikuko Ito, the character designer for Sailor Moon that did all of the episodes that my production sketches are from, she was at her peak. Hey, Raphael, nice to see you drop in. I'm sure that I'll get Johnny eventually. I can't imagine that he wouldn't be interested after seeing the interviews I've done already. Yeah. Yeah, Sailor Moon S and Super S have really nice instrumental OST. I think probably my favorite just overall it's just called Beauty. It's that theme that plays whenever Haruka and Michiru show up. Brynna Prill. I just haven't reached out to her yet. But she does a lot of interviews, so I mean, I would think I'd be able to get her if I asked. Yeah, Johnny Young Bosch has done some funny kids anime. Oh, yeah, I figured you were really into Madoka since you commented on my interview with Carrie, and she replied to you, which was funny. Yeah, I've seen all of Demon Slayer so far, and I've read all the manga. I love Demon Slayer. Who will voice Kobeni? What character is that? Have I watched anime movies in the theaters? Yes. I saw all three Fate Heaven's Feel movies in theaters when they came out, and I saw the Bungo Stray Dogs movie, and that's it. Oh, and then I saw the like the first three episodes of Fruits Basket when they did that. Yes, I've seen the original Fate anime, the Heaven's Feel movies, Fate Zero, the Unlimited Blade Works movie. I think that's it. Which Lindsay are you talking about? Yeah, they they uh they played the first three episodes of Fruits Basket in theaters when the new anime came out. Yeah, Raphael, it is weird. It is really strange that he hasn't that Johnny hasn't been in Fire Emblem yet or any other like big Nintendo game. Oh, Lindsay Seidel. Yeah, I mean, I think she's good. Yeah, yeah. I just think that's the future now. I think streaming is the predominant thing besides anime that's on Adult Swim late at night on weekends. I think people will always have a soft spot for that with how long it's been going on. Do you guys want me to get my Kenshin cell from the closet? Skylar McIntosh, I don't really know her for anything. And she just had a baby, so even if she would be interested in doing an interview, I'm sure it wouldn't be a good timing right now. Hey, Jeffersonia. No, I haven't done Billy. And now, obviously, isn't the time and won't be for a long time because of what's going on with him, sadly. Yeah, Devin Mack. I know you mentioned him a while ago. Yep. I've talked to several people who are, I've talked to most of the eight of the Eden Zero cast. I just realized that. Yeah, it's a union thing. That's why Canada doesn't really do anime anymore. What do you mean re-interviewing? Re-interviewing actors new to voiceover? Yeah, Brandon McInnes did a great job as Gyutaro. I didn't think it was gonna be him. I totally thought it would be somebody else because that's not the character he usually plays, like the character archetype. Yeah, I think what everybody's talking about and advocating for, I definitely think more anime dubs are going to be union, not just the ones that are on Netflix. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought you meant. Yeah, I mean there's several people I would like to interview again. Well, I shouldn't say several. There's a few for sure. Um, I was supposed to do another one with Bridget Hoffman this month, but she has some personal stuff going on with taking care of her mom, so I'm not sure when that's going to happen again. I'll definitely do a part two with Monica in the future. She suggested it. I mean, I didn't bring it up. She did. So, oh, union dubs mean dubs that are part of SAG, the actors union. Yeah, Monica has a shitload of stuff to talk about in terms of her characters. Which VA do I want to talk to the most that is no longer with us? Probably Michael Lindsay. If I could pick one. Oh, you can do union dubs if you're union. If you're not, you can do non-union dubs if you're union. Most people who do non-union dubs that are in SAG though, they use aliases. There's a lot of people in Fire Emblem Heroes who use aliases that are big union names, like Abby Trott and Cam Clark. Yeah, Brad and Chris would have been really fun. Yeah, I don't really know why people bothered doing aliases anymore either. I mean, for fans, it's easy to figure out, but if it's a casting director or something that doesn't really know much about anime or anime games, then and they don't look into it, then it's a good on that person, I guess. But people don't use voice actors don't use really crazy names anymore. If they use aliases nowadays, then it sounds like It's more or less sounds like an actual name. It's not like Bob Pappenbrook, like one of Bob Pappenbrook's was John Smallberries. Yeah, Steve Bloom. Steve Bloom had several. Mona Marshall had several. Brienne Siddall had several names. Travis, yeah. Travis was fun to interview. I'm sure if he was in LA, then he would be in anime and JRPGs pretty often, considering he naturally sounds like a teenager. Oh, that's an interesting piece of trivia about Lupin. Jeffersonia. Yep, Brienne was one of the main people in Power Rangers. And she's been to lots of cons for Power Rangers specifically. Are you from Canada, Raphael? Or did you do an interview with someone from Fruits Basket? I mean, I've done interviews with several people from Fruits Basket. Not so much really big characters in Fruits Basket besides Eric Vale. And I'm sure there's been other people I can't think of right now, but oh, okay. Yeah, I was just wondering. No. Oh no, yeah, you don't have to apologize. But no, I haven't done too many people that are main cast members in Fruits Basket. Would love to. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, yeah. I know that Alejandro doesn't really do very many interviews anyway, and I've done everything you can do, trying to contact him. So it's just a matter of waiting. He's so talented. It's crazy how versatile he is. The new Saint Seiya. Do you mean the redub, or do you mean the one from 2015? Lost Canvas, I think. Yeah, I guess most people don't realize that about Charles. Yeah, I've seen some of the Saint Seiya redub. I've interviewed people who are part of it as well. Yeah, yeah, Alejandro is bilingual. Natalie Hoover is bilingual. Yeah, Janice. Hopefully, Janice will get like an epiphany like Saffron Henderson did, and she'll start doing appearances. Yeah, I watched and liked Teen Titans when it was on TV here when I was younger. Jill Harris, I just haven't reached out to her yet. Reached out to her husband, Dallas Reed, and he never responded. I'm sure that I could get Stephanie Nadolny, and she's actually going to be at the con I'm going to this weekend. But I mean, I don't think I could really talk to her about anything that she hasn't already talked about. Yeah, Janice also started as an on camera actor too when she was a kid in the 80s. It's funny how she mostly does anime and JRPGs now when she used to predominantly do Western animation. Yeah, Stephanie is best known for Dragon Ball Z, obviously, and singing one of the ending themes for Yu Yu Hakusho. Sayonara Bye Bye. Alexis, I don't think does independent interviews. I've never had success trying to get in contact with her so far. Funniest interview? Mm, there's a few. Tabitha St. Germain was really funny. Uh, Ben Lepley, he has a really dry sense of humor. Jeffersoni, are you talking about Laura Bailey? Because if you're talking about Oh, Stephanie. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know her story with that. Tia Ballard, I've been in contact with. Felicia, I've never heard anything back from yet. I tried Ben Pronsky, never heard anything. Not sure if the email was accurate though, but I can try him again because I'm sure he doesn't even remember. There's been several cases where I reached out to people, and I didn't hear anything back the first time, but then the second time I reached out to them, I would get an interview. So that's happened several times now because people just like don't remember, or they're just way too busy at the first time that they don't even see the message, or they just delete it. Or Scott McNeil would be great. Um, I'm friends with him on Facebook, but he doesn't really use it very much, and he's never responded. But yeah, he'd be hilarious. Yes, I would have interest in interviewing all three of the Dobsons. Mark Swint, he doesn't do interviews. Being in the DC, but ever switched. Oh, okay. I don't like superhero stuff at all, so Brittany, I've never heard back from. I could pay to interview Brittany because she's always doing events for Color World Books, but obviously I'm not paying for interviews. So I don't know any of those three people offhand. Raphael. Yeah, Chris Sabat, I've never heard anything from. Yes, I do want to interview. I do want to interview Darren Norris because he was in Fushigi Yugi. He was Toski. That's like the most well-known anime role that he did. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sure John Bailey would be a really funny interview then. Him and like ProZD, people like that, they'd be hilarious. Oh, okay. Yeah, like I know who he is. I just didn't know him off the top of my head. Penguins, yeah, critical. I'm gonna get my Kenshin animation cell from the closet. I think this is the right one. Yeah. Take out this first. I think it's showing up well. Yeah. No. It still looks great for being like 25 years old almost. Yeah, that one was super, super expensive. So I try to take the best care of it as I can. Yeah, Raphael. Um, every anime before the early 2000s was animated with cell animation. Yeah, I know. It's really bizarre that it doesn't have a Blu-ray release. Yeah, I think most of you guys know, but just for if anyone doesn't know, what I just showed, that's a piece of the real sequence that you see on screen. You know, it's not something that someone replicated, it's the real deal from the animation studio. Yeah, that would make sense because that was around the time that things were shifting overall to digital. I think the Kenshin DVD sets are more affordable now, but the like bento boxes, those are the most expensive Kenshin DVD sets. Guess I shouldn't be surprised cells are loose in the. Yeah, I mean, certain series, really nice cells don't come up for sale that much anymore, hardly ever. People are just holding on to them. People in Japan, former animators, or people that were related to the animation studio that had family or whatever. Yeah, Raphael. The U.S. stopped animating with cells, I think, sooner than Japan did. Not think. I know that they did. Yeah, the season two Kenshin box set I paid the same price for mine too. Tatsuki Fujimoto trying to levitate. No. Gilbert Gottfried. Yeah, I. That's kind of old news by now. Crazy animation cell stories. Hmm. I know. Let's see. I know pretty much everything for Claymore was destroyed, sadly. Uh, I don't know what else that's like crazy. And Claymore wasn't done with cells. Claymore, they drew everything. Animation studios still drew every frame up through like the late 2000s, early 2010s. They just stopped using cells. But yeah, like everything from Oron High School Host Club, Full Metal Alchemist, um, they still drew every frame. I have a few production sketch sets from iconic scenes in Oron of all the boys. Well, besides Mori, I don't own anything of Mori yet, but I have every other host club member. Yeah, yeah, it is sad. But I mean, animation studios in Japan, they just they just viewed um, they just viewed cells, excess cells, as work, or like piled up excess that they didn't need around anymore. Oh, I didn't know that about the Fist of the North Star. Caitlin Barr, I've reached out to, didn't hear anything. Ashley, I don't think I'm guessing that she's a Funimation person, but I don't know her for anything offhand. Do I miss Vic Mignogna's voice? I mean, I guess. I don't want to get into like controversial topics. I'll probably wrap this up pretty soon. 15 more minutes, it'll be 2 hours. I can check both of those series out. I know what they are. Well, regardless of the games, which game it is, the modern Fire Emblem games, most people in Fire Emblem games are Union. You know, the main exceptions are, you know, the really new people who are only in Heroes. Yeah, yeah, especially Kyle McCarley and Erica Lindbeck they're absolutely incredible. And Erica Lindbeck as like fallen Celica. I love those lines. I still like physical media too. I own a lot of VHS and DVDs. I just don't buy them anymore. What would I do if I were stranded in the desert and the only thing I saw was a camel? I mean, isn't everyone's answer the same for that? It's like you don't really have any options. Yeah, that's a good point. But I mean, Richard has some fun roles in Heroes. Right. Yeah. I brought it up with him in our interview. I do kind of wish I because when I interviewed Kyle McCarley, he said that he always wanted a chance to do Soren again, and he just recently did, obviously. So I kind of wish I would have. I mean, even though Baby Soren was all just you know nonverbal lines. Caitlin Glass, yeah, a lot of people have asked for Caitlin Glass. I haven't heard anything from her yet. She's also super busy. I know. Yeah, Soren's history and genealogy, especially, is really interesting and sad. Would have been fun to sit on. Would have been fun to sit in on that session though, since Caitlin Galt is married to him and married to Kyle. Yeah, I meant genealogy as in like maybe that was the wrong word to use. I meant as in history, not the game title. Yeah, my next Fire Emblem Heroes cast member interview will be on Wednesday, Wednesday and Thursday for people who are here that are into that specifically. Thanks. Yep, it's only gonna go up from here, fortunately. Seattle VAs. Tony Oliver, yeah. He's just never responded yet. He's the only Lupin cast member that I haven't interviewed. Raphael, I don't know who you meant by Seattle VAs. Yeah, I don't know any of those people. I'll have to look into that. Yeah, I'm about 7 minutes away from 2 hours. Oh, huh. That's interesting. Yeah, if anybody who's in here right now has final questions, stuff that I haven't talked about yet in these 2 hours, or anything that you want to know that you don't already know. Okay. Yeah, thanks for it was nice to see you pop in here, Raphael. Look out for Wolf on Wednesday. I know you asked for Wolf a while ago, so okay, that's fine. It's fine if you guys don't have any other questions or things that you want to mention in general, not just questions, but whatever. That would be kind of intimidating. I might have to, if I ever do something like that, I might have to have someone do it with me. But who knows? I mean, maybe I could handle it better than even I'm thinking I could. But that's a little bit daunting to think about doing. I don't know. I don't know anything about her. Yeah, maybe one of the next big interviews I get, I'll try live streaming it. Maybe I'll do that because I know people have been asking for me to do that, not just on here, but on Reddit and stuff too. Yeah, I know that Jason meant Brenna Prill. I just haven't reached out to her. And this isn't in referring to Bryn, but I know a lot of modern gen LA based VAs. The reason why they don't do interviews is because of like scary fan experiences turning them off and people not being able to separate, them from the character. That's why Erica Harlacher doesn't do them anymore, and I'm sure it's why Erica Mendez doesn't do them anymore. Might be why you never see Zach Aguilar doing them. Hi, Alex. Thanks. Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for stopping in and making a comment. Thank you. Yeah, I know Allegra Clark has had to deal with that a lot, and I was really fortunate to have spent an hour and a half with her. Because, yeah, I mean, voice actors will be fun about it the first few times when people, you know, refer to them as their characters or tag them and stuff as their characters, wanting them to react as their characters. But if you overdo that, then it obviously gets inappropriate and annoying and condescending and all that. Okay, well, thanks for stopping in. I'm glad that I got to do this for people that missed it yesterday. Thanks for asking and saying enough comments to keep this going for a long time again. Next time I'll do what some of you suggested. I'll make a specific, time and date in advance. Um, I don't. Maybe it'll be a regular thing. Depends on the week. Maybe I'll get into like a specific day and time that I always do it. But it just, yeah, it depends on how my week goes. But yeah, so see you guys another time. And hope to see you on my videos, in the comments of my videos soon. The stuff that I have this week. I have some pretty good names this week. Probably, hopefully on Friday, we'll have another bigger name that you guys have been mentioning. So yeah, have a good rest of your night, you guys. I'll see you later. Bye.